Hello, thank you for joining this video. Here we'll explore the image with text section for your Shopify store. So before we begin, I'd like to show you a few examples using our game theme demo stores. So we'll review this first one. And here, as you can see, this is how this section is set in this demo store. So we have the image here, we have the text, the heading, we also have the link in here. And underneath this section, we have the same section, but here we have two images displayed on the left side, and we have the same section here as the text, the heading, and the button. And the second demo store, as you can see here, we also have the image, we have the text, and we have read more button in here to continue reading this blog post. So you can actually customize this section to use as a blog post. Maybe you can also show your products, your collections, and add shop now button instead of read more. So feel free to customize it as you want to. And now let's head to our theme customizer to recreate this section here. So let's go here, then we can choose the page where we want the section to be located. So keep in mind that you can actually add this section to any page that you'd prefer, but for our example, let's stay on the home page here. So we scroll down, we click on add section, and here we need to add the image with text section. So we've added this section here, and now let's click on it. And here we can fully customize it. So first of all, we choose where we want the image to be located, on the left side or on the right side. So if we click here on the right, as you can see, now we have the image in here. And then we can also choose the text alignment. So as you can see right now, the alignment is on the left side, but we can center the text or align it to the right side like here. So feel free to choose the one that suits you the most. And next we can add our images. So keep in mind that we can add different images to the desktop and to the mobile, but if you want to use the same images, just add the image to the desktop. So first of all, let's click here and we'll add this image to the desktop first. So we see this image here, we have this text here. And we can also change the focal points of the image. So for example, this one is a little bit cropped. So we just simply need to click on edit here, tick the focal point to here. Now let's save the changes and give some time to our customizer to adjust to the changes. Okay, so now it's a little bit better. So let's drag the focal point up here. And sometimes the customizer just needs some time to adjust to all the changes that we've done. So always keep in mind that you need to give it up to 5 minutes to adjust. Okay, so we have our image here. We have the text, the button label here as well. And if we switch to the mobile, as you can see, we have the same image for mobile. It's now at the top and we have the text here. However, if you want to use another image for your mobile, then we go to the first image mobile here. Let's click on select image. So now we choose our image here. And as you can see on the desktop version, it's all the same, but once we switch to the mobile, and then the image is changed to the one we've used for the mobile. So now let's go back to the desktop. And as you remember, as we've seen in one of our demo stores, we can also add a second image. So we scroll to the second image desktop here. Then we click on select image. And then we choose our image here. And now, as you can see, we have two images in this section, and we can also do the same for the mobile. So as you can see, we have this as our first image desktop, and this is our second image desktop. And when we switch to the mobile, then we have this first image mobile, and this is our second image desktop. So if you want to change this image as well, we just need to go to second image mobile, click here. And then let's choose this image, for example. And now in the mobile version, as you can see, we have two images that differ from the images for desktop. Okay, so now that we've added our images, let's head to the text and customize it here. So here we have the heading, we have the subheading, and we have the text. So if you want to, you can actually remove all the text. So we can remove the subheading and be left with only the heading and the text. We can also remove the text from here. So for example, if you were to use this section to advertise maybe your new collection, you can add the images from your new collection. Call this heading as new collection, for example. And then in the button, you can link the button to this new collection here. So for example, this is how this section can look like if we also center the text. As you can see, this image can also be used to advertise your new collection or new products, for example. However, if we remove the text of the heading altogether, then we'll be left with only the image or images and the button here. However, for our example, let's return only the heading. So next we go to the button. As you can see, we see button label here. You can change the name to anything you prefer. We can, for example, add shop now, view all. Feel free to use any text that you'd prefer. Next, we have the button area label. So this is needed for good accessibility. So for example, for people that have hard time with reading, you can enter here shop the new collection, for example, and for people that need better accessibility, they will simply request this button to be audible, and they'll listen to the text that you've entered in here. And next we need to link this button. So for example, for this example, we have the new collection here. So we click in here, then we choose collections, and let's choose this blazers collection. So right now, when clients click on shop now, they'll be forwarded to the blazers collection here. However, you can also link the blog or specific blog posts. You can also add external links. So for example, we have this manual here. Let's add this link here. And as you can see, we can easily add external links in here. So now if the clients click here, they'll be forwarded to our theme manual. So you can also use this section to advertise maybe your socials, like your Instagram, maybe your YouTube, or any other social media that you'd prefer. Feel free to just add any link in here, and you can also remove the link. And as you can see, when we remove completely the link, we don't have any button in here anymore. So if you want to, you can easily remove the button and just have the image or images and some text in here. So right now let's add the collection and blazers collection, and don't forget to also save your changes. Next we can choose the button style. So right now, as you can see, our button has white background, black text and black borders, but on hover we see black background, white text and black borders. This is called the primary button style. If we switch to secondary, then we'll see black background, white text and black colors. You can easily change the colors by going to theme settings, colors, and now let's scroll down here to button primary and button secondary. However, keep in mind that if you change the text from, if you change the color from here, then the colors of all of your buttons throughout your store will be changed. So for example, we have the button secondary right now. Let's change the background to just any color that we want. For example, let's change it to this pink color. Just wait a second for it to refresh. And as you can see, this is another section of ours, and the button color has changed, and here as well. So keep in mind that if you change the colors through these theme settings, then they will apply to your whole store. So from here, we can change the style from primary to secondary. We can also choose to show border top. So as you can see right now, there is no border between the previous section and this one. So we can choose to show border top. And now, as you can see, we have this border here. We can also add the border to the bottom. It's not shown right now because there is no spacing, but once we add the space here, we'll see it. We can also choose the border color. So as you can see, it's this light gray here, where we can change the color to any color that we want, like this, for example. So as you can see from here, you can fully change the color of the border. Next, we can change the container width. So we can either choose to make full width, or if unchecked, container width will be set based on the group layout settings in the theme settings. So when we go back to our theme settings, instead of color, we go to layout, and here we see the container width set to the medium, 1680 pixels. We can change it also to a small or large, but right now it's set to the medium. And if we uncheck the full width container here, then the container will just adjust to the settings set in here in the theme settings. And the last thing that we have are the offsets. So offsets are this spacing between your sections. So if we add some offset here, then we'll have more space between this section and the previous one. We can also do the same for the desktop offset bottom. So here, as you can see, we've added some spacing, and now we see our border in here, or we can of course remove it. And the same goes for the mobile. You can either add this spacing to the top and to the bottom for your mobile version as well. And these are all of the instructions on how to set up the image with text section. Let's now save our changes, and let's click on preview our store. So once we go to the store here, let's scroll down to our new section. So here is our section. We have two images. We have a simple heading only that says new collection, and we have the shop now button. And once we click on it, we go to the collection that we've linked with this section here. So this is it. This is how you create the image with text section. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to contact our support team. We're always here to help. And don't forget about our theme manual, where you can also find all of this information as well. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Bye.